Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome along to the 17th round of Season 12 here in F1RC for the Singapore Grand Prix under the lights here. 20 corners around the Marina Bay Street Circuit. We've got about 10 cars lined up on the grid then, so let's introduce the starting grid for this case. So we have Chris here on P1 once again. He gets another pole position. It's Green Warrior here in the Rusties because he sucks in any other car except the Rusties. So yeah, he's bite, but he's P2. Then we have James here taking Green's car in the Brown GP. Then we have Sam in P4, got a podium last week. Then we have the Mercedes here. This is Luca in P5 with the other Braun here of shit, I don't know who you are, but yeah, okay. Then we have the Ferrari of Bruno here, and then we have flipping Danny right here, and then we got the McLaren of shit, I forgot your name. And then we got Matsky, I think, yeah, maybe, and then we got Epic Lexer, yeah. All right. Okay. Alright, anyways, 24 laps, CC limit 30, 35, 40, and yeah, make sure no one, or actually, I'm gonna spectate Chris. Here we go, there we go, much better. Alright, is everyone ready for Singapore? Hopefully no one dies. Pi isn't ready, okay. Alright, fine. Alright then, so as we get prepared for the race under the lights here in Singapore, 5 laps on the head of the driver, it's lights out, and away we go. We won't head for long, then Chris gets a pretty decent start. James trying to pull up alongside him, along the green, the Rusty's a Green and Warrior. Not going to work on this occasion. Maybe it actually might, because Green has dropped position here. Look at James Rigby, 3 wide by the time we hit 10-3. Chris has maintained the lead. Green back ahead of his championship rival. I'm going to get the Rusty's confused, because I keep forgetting that Green is in the Rusty's and not James Rigby. In the background, I have one of the Red Bulls going. Already smacked the wall at the exit of turn 4. Someone's collapse has died. Okay, let me reset stats. Alright, there we go. Should be all good now. But Chris leads the first sector, Green in P2. James trying to send it up the inside of the Rusties here. Maybe in the turn 5, or sorry, the turn 7, I think this is. James ahead of Green Warrior. And crucially now, into P2. In P4, there's a scrap happening back there. I think that's, is that Luca up to P4? Yes, it is. Luca round the outside here of the Braun GP. Is it going to work on this occasion? No, the Braun will stay ahead. Everybody smacks the wall, and Luca now will get up in the P4. Sam has lost a position. He's lost 2 positions, as a matter of fact. A bit of oversteer at the edge of the hairpin here of the Anderson Bridge. Who's the other Braun? I don't know, actually. Chapman's had a bad start. Epic's in the Lambo. Matsky. Fucking... Oh, it's Oiskry. Oh, my bad. Okay. Forgot this man existed. Alright, Oiskry trying to overtake Luca here, but Chris out in front is leading the way. Currently, this looks like there's the closest fight on track as Luca goes a bit wide to the final corner. Oiskry side by side with him right now for the time being. Looks like they're tied across the line, matter of fact. So there's that, but now Oiskry gets ahead. I need to do this, man. This is gonna be annoying. Hang on. Okay, let me do this. Alright, and then yes. Oh. Okay, we should be good now. Alright, Luca trying to fight with Oiskry here. Oiskry's going a bit wide. He's tapped the wall. Luca back up to P4. Sam trying to give chase as well in the background. The Ferrari Bruno Raptors is in a scrap. He's in a scrap with the Red Bull here, I believe Danny. Yeah, that's his daddy, matter of fact. Epic Lexer ahead of these two as well, and the Lamborghini, so he'll be scoring points for Lambos. Danny to the inside of the hairpin in the Anderson Bridge. Looks like Bruno's just been done by the Red Bull here. Danny, great move, but Bruno trying to fight back. By the time we hit the final, or yeah, we're entering the final sector here. Danny again back down the inside. Bruno trying to do anything he can to defend. Looks like he's done just enough. Bit later on the brakes, better exit, and Bruno now once again ahead of the Red Bull of Danny here. Meanwhile, at the front of the grid, Chris is still leading. We're still going to continue with this fight here with Danny and Bruno Raptors. Looks like this seems to be a pretty decent one as Danny's once again behind the Ferrari here, Bruno, and through the final corner, Bruno's going to solidify that spot. Meanwhile, at the front end, somewhat, Oiskry applying pressure to Luca here as Chris now leads by roughly a second. This is James Rigby, so James back up to P2 then, as Green has dropped to P3. Both Rusties technically looking pretty decent so far, as Luca heavily under pressure from Oiskry now, as well as Sam. Sam starting to gain in a little bit. Epic Lexer not too far behind from this fight. Always going to make me think about a move by the time we enter turn 5 or turn 6. This is to the outside. It will be forced to Braun GP to switch for the inside lane here for this hairpin. Slightly wide for him, but Pyluka I think is going to have to concede this position unless he tries to fight this back, pushing Voice Scream near the wall. And it looks like it's somewhat worked out for him. As then we enter turn 9, George rush the corner. I like to call this on. Voice Scream bit deep on the brakes, a bit wide through here, but he should be doing enough. And over the Anderson Bridge we go. To the outside goes LeBron trying to switch back here. These two going hammer and tongue here in Singapore. Both sharing the same power units, of course. So, yeah, Mercedes versus Mercedes technically. Oiskry forcing Pyluka the long way around, and finally he gets ahead. Back up in P4, and he needs to try and get rid of Pyluka if he wants to go and chase after Gringe Warrior. Former teammate is ahead of him. So, let's see what Oiskry can do now. As Epic Lexer, as I said earlier, he's closing in as well. He's closing in on Sam. If we're going to go and spectate Epic, where is he at? There he is. Epic Lexer trying to close in on Sam. Sam doing a decent amount of the job. A little wide for the Lambo. Bruno's sending the pressure from Danny in the background. Danny's thinking about a move here. If he can make this one stick, he's quite close to the Ferrari. Into turn 1, Bruno Raptors defending the inside line. I'm going to get rid of that medical car. That's, yeah. Let me just... Nope. Alright. Or not 4. Alright. Good enough. Okay. Let's see. Chris leading the ways. He's led every lap so far. Greninja Warrior in P3 right now with James in P2. Green giving chase to the championship leader. Right now, if it were to stay like this, Chris would only still be in P2 as James would lead the standings by 2 points if he were to finish second. Well, now it'd be 1 point because Chris has the fastest lap. But, Chris would have to win the race and James finish P3 if Chris wants to lead the championship by the end of today. So, he's going to really rely on Greninja Warrior. He's in his teammate's car, so he's going to really need to rely on Greninja Warrior to get past James Rigby. So we'll see how that plans out later on. James Rigby looks like he's doing enough for the time being. 1.8 seconds now the gap out in front. And about at the midfield fight, it's really heating up now. Sam closing in on Pyluka now this time. So Pyluka really feeling the pressure. Maybe starting to feel a bit of tire, where Singapore is a high tire degrading circuit. So maybe in the Mercedes just not that quite good on its tires. As Sam trying to sneak up the inside of turn 4 here on the Mercedes. Not going to work on this occasion. He's going to have to be patient on this one as Oiskers managed to pull away from Pyluka. Meanwhile in the background, Epic Lexer here. Looks like he's being pressured by Bruno Raptors in the Ferrari. And Danny as well, not too far behind. So Epic Lexer tried to push on and catch up to Sam. Looks like he can have to go into defensive mode here as Bruno Raptors applying pressure, getting real up close to the Italian car. Both these cars Italian, of course. So let's see who's the superior Italian car. Looks like the Lamborghini of Epic has made a slight mistake, and Bruno Raptors ahead of him now. Crucially, Bruno up to P7, and Epic Lexer loses the position to Bruno. Danny as well. He's starting to lose a bit of time. You can kind of see him struggling in the back. Maybe Epic can sneak one up the inside of the hairpin. Not going to work as the Ferrari of Bruno though trying to get down the power. A bit of oversteer, and Epic Lexer being more cautious on the powers. It looks like he's got a slightly better exit. He's going to be forced a long way around by the Ferrari, and Bruno will stay ahead for the time being. But Epic, again, getting a slightly better exit compared to Bruno, is now switching over to the inside. Going to be the outside line now. I think Epic will be ahead by the time we enter the chicane. Bruno that much later on the brakes, so to the inside he goes, and Bruno Raptors looks like he's going to stay ahead of Epic for the time being. 1 corner to go. Well, technically 2, as Bruno to the main straight we go, and now he's ahead of Epic Lexer. But again, Epic doesn't want to give this up though. Into turn 1, can you think about a move? It's going to send it to the inside of Bruno Raptors and deeper on the brakes. You have to be aggressive through that section of Epic, solidifying that he wants to be ahead of this Ferrari, and he has done. Back up to P7 goes Epic Lexer, but again, Bruno doesn't want to give this up, and there's another mistake, and Bruno makes a mistake himself, so yeah, there's that. Let's see, Sam and Pyluka, let's go back to this scrap here. Where's Sam? There he is, Sam and Pyluka, obviously, he's technically still in the championship hunt. He sits P4 in the, P3 I think he does in the standings. Let's check real quick. Standings, let's see what we got. I haven't even posted, never posted the South Korea standings, my bad. Okay, well, Greninja Warrior in P4, of course, Pyluka P3. So, yeah, alright. I never posted the South Korea standings. Apparently I thought I did, but I guess not. So yeah. Oh my god, I'm getting so many like scam calls today. It's kind of crazy. But yeah. Lap 7. When will the drivers up to pit? Nobody's coming to the pit lane quite yet. Let's do a CC status update while we're at it. So, let's see. Bruno on 12, Chapman 12, Epic 10, Sam on 9, Danny 8, James 8, Green on 8, Oiskry 7, Pi on 6, Matsky 4, Chris on 2. That's all we got so far. Where's Chapman? Chapman, if he were to finish the race, he'd score a point. So that's good. We need Chapman to score a point today. He's driving the McLaren. Obviously, like he did back in Season 6 where he had that very famous crash at the approach to the final corner. Hopefully, he doesn't do that again. He was driving the McLaren at that time, if you remember. He's back in the McLaren today, so yeah. Danny's dropped some time behind Bruno, so he's starting to maybe feel the tire wear on the Red Bull. Bruno trying to close in on Epic, proving to be quite difficult for him at the moment.
Hey, sorry I'm late. What happened?
We're still we're racing right now. Alright, let's see. Chris still leading. James.
I don't know how many laps this is. For the leaderboard to reset. Just joined. I think there's one person here I don't recognize.
Who?
The alt of someone. Who is this?
That's Pi. That's his alt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright.
Epic going a bit wide. Trying to hunt down Sam. Matter of fact, these cars are actually decently close now. So, 5 cars I think this is. Decently close.
Wait a minute. Is Epic driving for Lamborghini?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie, the top 3 are like so separated. Like, it's this is yeah. Strategy will probably be a big factor here, so we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see what strategies Chris obviously has the fastest lap right now. Oh, Green getting real close to the wall there. Everyone's just kind of in their own race right now. Luca still in P5. It'd be a decent points off for him, but I'm sure he would love to be back up fighting for podiums like he used to at the beginning of the season. Only has 1 race victory to his name, and that was at round 3 in China. I think it was round 3 at least. That is the only race win that Luca has had. Wasn't even on merit, it was just on a penalty, but you know, a win is a win. Ever since then, Luca has just not felt the same, been the same driver. Lap 10 then. 2.3 seconds is the gap. Nobody yet is into the pit lane. It's probably too early to be coming in anyways. I expect maybe lap 12 and 13 is when everyone will start to pit, so yeah. Alright. Chapman, what's he up to? Chapman still in P10, doing his own races. Keeping Matsky at bay as well, which is crucial. Might as well do another CC status update. So Epic on 17, remember the limit is 30. Epic 17, now 18. Chapman 17, Sam 14, Bruno 14, Danny 12, James 10, and Green on 10, Oiskry 10, Pi on 8, Chris on 6, Matsky 5. And yeah. Jesus, mate. Alright. Alright. There goes James. There goes Green. Let me see if I can do this. I don't really know how, but you know. I don't really know how to do those shots. But yeah, let me rejoin real quick. Alright, Boom. You're a few races, or you're a few laps into the race. What do you think of it so far? Pretty boring?
Yeah, it has been pretty boring since I joined. What was it like at the start?
Well, James, like, tried to dive bomb Chris and Green, but didn't quite get the lead. He got up to P2, and James and Green started fighting a little bit, but other than that, it's been pretty,
I don't understand why dive bombing would help in a non-collision league.
Right. Fucking. Alright. Let's see. We're on lap 11, I think. Oh, hang on a minute. Epic Lex are fighting here with Sam. I saw in the background that Epic tried to make a move at the Anderson Bridge. We're exiting the hairpin now, and now Epic Lex are in the Lambo. Right behind the V-car with Sam here as we enter the final sector. Maybe a dive onto the inside. We'll be forced a long way around with the Lamborghini. But Epic Lex doesn't mind going the long way around here. It looks like it might actually work in his favor. As these two into the chicane, they'll go to wheel. I think James Rigby's into the pit lane because, yeah, he has. Alright, James into the pit lane. And, great. Okay, James, you have a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
Oh!
Yeah, that's on my radar. Alright, here's the Ferrari, Bruto. Bruto's in cleanly. Yeah, James, you got a 5 sec. So, yeah. This is the other way to put it.
And Epic Lex are still battling.
Lag. Oh, yeah. Well,
use a little bit more of the curb in turn 3.
Alright, Epic ahead of Sam here. This could be crucial for Greninja Warrior. Could be crucial for Sam, not Sam. It could be crucial for Chris here. Because obviously Chris would want James to finish P3. Epic tapped the wall at the exit. And there goes Sam to the inside. Trying to get the move done. But he's not going to get it done on this occasion. Epic will stay ahead for the time being. Meanwhile, Chris entering the final sector now. Maybe this could be the lap where he comes into the pit lane. We'll see. Alright, here is Chris into the chicane.
Epic got a little bit more wide than he would have wanted heading to the hairpin, and got a really good run through the Singapore sling.
Chris doesn't want to see. He's going very slowly, and yeah, he's in cleanly. What about Greninja Warrior? He's staying out. Green stays out, and he's gone very wide. Oh, okay. Make sure not to use the correct pit box. Or the incorrect one, my bad. Chris is in cleanly. Alright, he does his stop nicely. Alright. Oh, someone's hit the wall. Oh, no, that's one of the bronze. God damn. Okay, Sam and Epic have a 5 sec. Yeah, I'm done. Oiskry, what the hell has he done? Oh. Fucking hell, Oiskry. Oh, he's stuck in the pit lane entry. Oh, for fuck's sake, Oiskry's bottled it. And he's genuine. Okay. Oh, Sam and Epic have a 5 sec for speeding in the pit lane, so yeah. Okay.
Hey, what happened to our race control system?
I just didn't want to install the new one.
Well, I just scrapped the old one. I thought it worked pretty well.
Oh yeah, I did, but I just didn't want to install it. I was too lazy to do it.
Oh, well. Okay.
Alright, well, Oiskry's out. Yeah, we're just gonna leave the car there. Anyways, back to green flags.
You want to invite him up?
Yeah.
It's getting a little bit boring.
Alright, let's see. Where's James? Okay, so James is... Oh, yeah, he came in. Green is the only one to come in. Or, yet to come in. So Green leads the race. I think Chris as well coming in. Yeah, Chris is just into the final sector. So Green right now... Gonna need... I guess he's gonna have to pit at the bronze spot when he does choose to come in. He stays out once again. I'm not really sure why he's doing
close the pit
this,
lane.
but... Nah, just what... You know what we'll do? Yeah, we'll just... There we go. Delete that. Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Yeah, so Green yet to come in. He's 10 seconds, roughly 11 seconds ahead of Chris. And he'll have to hit pit at the Braun pit box. So yeah. So everyone else has come in though. Oh, there's a fight happening up there. I'm not sure who it was. Might have been Pi. Yeah, Pi under pressure from Epic here. Epic Lexer. He did speed very, very like aggressively into the pit lane to gain time. I'm stuck in reverse cam. Oh, Danny, for God's sake, he's stuck in reverse cam. Oh crap. Okay. Well, this could. Danny's up to the side of the road.
Oh no.
This could be bad. All right. Well, not sure what he's gonna have to do to fix that. Well, oh, and he smacked the wall. Epic. Well, here's what I'm gonna do. Epic, since he sped massively into, like, this dude went 250, I think it was, into the pit lane.
Oh, he's jumped out. Danny's jumped out. Is he?
Oh, great. Yeah, he's out. I don't know what's here. And he left the league, or he left the. Okay, Green is in finally. Green comes in cleanly, so yeah, there's that. We know Chris will fly by. There's Chris. So, alright. There's the Braun. Where's James? Oh, James is miles through. Okay, yeah, James. Yeah, he's.
Hold on, I think the 95.
No, this is Green. He's a Braun driver, so he's just driving the Rusties. But yeah. Yeah. So he comes in. All right. Let's see.
Oh, battle going on. Pi Luca and Epic Lexer.
Yeah, I'll see that in a bit. I don't know where Danny is. Let me go check where the car. Let's see where it's at. Oh crap! Right in the middle of the track. All right. Not ideal. Shit. Yeah, that's right in the middle of the track, mate. All right. Safety car. Okay. All right. So.
Oh.
Let's see. Safety car out on track, lads. Make sure no one speeds in the pit lane. James, unfortunately, well, not. You know what? I'm gonna change that rule. I think it's bullshit. Yeah. Sure, James. It's in FIA order. Yeah. I think it's bullshit. Sam also has a 5.6. Yeah. Does he have a 5? No, he doesn't. Oh yeah, never mind. You do. All right, all y'all have to do is stop in the pit box for 5 seconds. That's it. I'm just waiting for the leader here.
Yeah, so it should be
okay,
Sam, Epic Lexer, and James, right? All those have to stop.
Yeah, they all have 5 seconds. Well, they don't. I mean, they don't have to serve it if they don't want. But okay, James is in cleanly. I'm just waiting on everyone else. James, I can't even spectate him, but just make sure he waits 5 seconds. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're good. Alright. Alright. Oh shoot, my bad. I don't know. Yeah, my bad, Red Bull. Alright. Wasn't there a rule? Yeah, but there's what's it called? There's also another rule where the FIA like can mandate it, or not mandate it. What's the wording? They can change the rule like at any. I don't know how to explain it. I served. Okay. Yeah, overrule. Yeah, I guess that you could put. Yeah, you can overrule it. There's a rule about that the FIA can do it, and I'm probably gonna end up removing that. Huh?
I don't think Epic Lexer served it.
Okay, then in that case, okay, Chapman, you have a 5 sec for speeding in the pit lane. But yeah, what's it called? There's an overruling that you can do, or the FIA can do, and then, yeah, I'm probably gonna end up removing that freaking rule anyways. So, yeah, the rule of having to like not serve another safety car.
I think maybe instead of that, we could just make the people with the penalty drop back a few places. So
drop back, but it's pointless. It's a non-collide league. Type in chat. I got double. Well, that's another 5 sec for Epic then because of a CC. The Red Bull's the leader. Who's the Red Bull? I think it's Matsky. Oh yeah, Matsky. He technically wasn't lapped, so Matsky. Matsky's the leader. No, staying out another lap. Matsky's technically the leader. Epic has another 5 sec for CCs. Because Epic didn't serve it, I guess. So, his first one. So that's now 10 sec for Epic. Everyone else served, so Oh shit.
Up.
Fine, we're fine, we're fine. Alright, everyone's gonna blast past me into the pit lane. Alright, let's see. Okay, so someone's alright, please no one's speed. Alright, no one's sped. Perfect. Okay. I saw the McLaren was ahead. I swear that was Chapman. I think Chapman might be the leader. I think Chapman's the leader here. No, I guess it's the Lambo. I guess it's Epic. I guess it's Epic. Alright. Epic, I guess, is the leader. I'll change everyone's laps as well in a bit. I was typing. Alright, Epic's the leader. Boom, you want to get rid of the Red Bull that's on track? It's at the exit of turn 6.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Safety car will be probably in this lap. I don't have a pen no more. What? How? I didn't see you serve it. You have a 5 sec. Anyways, from CCs. The first one was for speeding. The second one's for fucking CCs. In total, it's 10. I didn't see you serve your CC one, or not your speeding one. Alright, is everyone caught up? You said in. Yeah, by next lap I mean this lap, pretty much. Alright. Safety car in this lap. That's what I meant. I meant this lap. Epic is the Lambo. Epic's the green car. Epic's the Lambo. Alright, safety car in. Everyone stay behind the Lambo of Epic. Epic, don't go till you see a yellow. Everyone stay behind the Lambo of Epic. He's a green car. Alright, so I didn't see Epic serve. You, Boom, say you didn't see him serve the first one. Alright, you can go whenever you want, Epic. I didn't see him. I can just review it afterwards, but we'll see. Alright. Where's Epic? Has he gone now? Yeah, he's gone now. Green flag. Back to racing we go. Epic Lex are apparently the leader, but yeah, okay. So, Epic leads from the Rusties here. I'm not sure who the Rusties is. I think it might be Green. It's actually Green Ninja Warrior. Okay, James Rigby's ahead of Chris here. So this is crucial now for Chris to get back ahead of his championship rival here. Green currently in P2. He's hunting down Epic Lex. As a matter of fact, Epic really under pressure from the Rusties. And here comes Green Ninja Warrior. Maybe to the inside of turns 5 or 6. Not going to work at this occasion. James having to go defensive because Chris is right behind him. And Chris needs to get a move done on his teammate. Green trying to get the race lead off of Epic Lex here. These two have fought so many times before in the past, especially back in season 11. When they were fighting for the title. Season 10 as well. Green Ninja Warrior to the outside. Now to the inside of the Anderson Bridge. He's going to switch it to the long way around. Chris as well fighting his teammate James Rigby in the background. James stays ahead. Epic stays ahead. And these two going to, basically 2 by 2 now. You can see Paluca under pressure from Sam in the background. Green to the inside. James going deeper on the brakes. Sam forcing Paluca off the track nearly in the background. The Green Ninja Warrior now ahead of Epic Lexer. And he leads here in Singapore. Green Ninja Warrior won a title here in Singapore as well. James forcing Chris off the racetrack, and James up in P3 right now. Epic trying to get up the outside of Green Ninja Warrior. Not going to work on this occasion. To the main straight we go. He leads by a 1/10 of a second. James in P3, Chris P4, Pi back up to P5 as he got past Sam once again. Maskey P6, Bruno Maskey P7, my bad, and then Bruno P8, Chapman P9. You could hear the engines being redlined. Lap 19 of 24, about 5 laps left in this race, and these drivers are going to push it to the end of the Grand Prix, all the way to the checkered flag. Who will be your race winner at the end? Epic really under pressure here. Green Ninja Warrior is back ahead. James Rigby under pressure from Chris as well. Chris, oh sorry, that's Epic going a bit wide. He taps the wall. Here's James Rigby now applying the pressure. Now he's ahead of the Brown. Now Chris is the one that's behind Epic, and he's another mistake from Epic. And there goes Chris getting past on the Lambo. 2 mistakes in 1 lap by Epic Lexer, costing him 2 positions. Trying to get that position back though to the inside, but he's gone too deep on the brakes. And Chris gets ahead of the Lambo. Crucial move for Chris now. And now he's side by side with James Rigby. Into the final sector we go. Chris to the inside line. Gun trying to get past the Rusties. Or sorry, the Braun GP. God knows what James is nowadays. What's it called? Yeah, Chris wasn't able to get by. Green still your race leader. And into the chicane we go again. James going a bit defensive, but he smacks the wall. And there goes Chris's opportunity to try and get back into P2. He does. Chris takes advantage, and now he's up to P2. Crucially, James down to P3. Chapman on 27 cc's, 3 away from a penalty. But crucially, Green Warrior is still your race leader. And James trying to get back at his teammate here for P2. Not going to work. Chris needs to try and find his mojo and try and chase after Green Warrior, who's in James Rigby's car. Let's spectate Chris here. Let's go on board with him in first. Let's go T-Cam, screw it. You can see he's right up the rear end of Green Warrior. Green taking a much more aggressive line to the inside. Lap 20 of 24. So the safety car really has brought this race alive, and it looks like Chris has gotten slightly better exit compared to Green Warrior. The sparks flying here under the lights. Chris doing anything he can to try and gain on Green. This will be crucial for the title fight, of course. If Green were to win it, he'd really put himself in a fighting position. Chris would lead the championship if he were to win, and James finishes P3. And Chris has the fastest lap at 21.1 or 21.0 right now. Here he is to the inside, going to be forced along around by Green, and Chris actually won slightly wider than he would have wanted. Maybe James started to close in slightly? No. Looks like he has managed to pull away from his teammate. James, I don't think, has a response. Epic Lexer as well, trying to keep up. Chris forced to cut the corner slightly, went a bit too deep on the brakes. Chris only on 17 corner cuts as well. Green Warriors on 23, has to be a little bit more conservative with his corner cuts, but I mean, we'll have to see what happens. Oh, Chapman says he's crashed it. Oh, oh, okay, never mind. He's fine. My bad. That was maybe a late message. Luca, has he pulled away from Sam? Yeah, he has. I think Sam actually might be under pressure from Bruno here. Bruno Raptors right now trying to pressurize the, what's it called? The V-Carb, and Matsky behind, what's his name? Bruno as well. Bruno used to drive for Red Bull, matter of fact, so there's that. Back to the front end, though. Green maybe losing some time to Green Warrior. Look how much he's pushing, getting right up close to the wall. Green Warrior doing everything right at the moment. Keeping his cool, keeping his calm and composure. And he knows that he has a chance to win this race. That safety car has really brought him back into contention. James Rigby, look at that. He's closing in on Chris now. Maybe Chris starting to... Oh, he's felt the pressure. He's gonna hit the inside of the wall, and Chris makes a mistake, a rare one, matter of fact, and he's hit the inside of turn, I don't know. And James Rigby now, crucially, up to P2, and now James Rigby, we know that this man thrives in final lap battles. We've seen it happen before. Can he go and hunt down a Green Ninja Warrior? As on to lap 22 we go.
And Chris, if you used more chicane than we thought we would have, and he hit the wall, that cost him a bit of time as well.
And he's
James
good.
now using more off-roading to turn through.
And Chris really using the curves now, has to use them to his advantage to try and gain some time. There's a car on the side of the road there, not sure what that's about, but yeah, Epic hitting the wall on the outside. Chris really starting to push now. He's up to 22 corner cuts. In just a span of a few laps, Chris knows that he's running out of time. Up to 23 now. Has to be careful with those CCs. Again, hitting the wall. Maybe Chris really starting to feel pressure. He hasn't really been in many of these situations before. James and... What the... Oh! Oh, Chris has left the game, or he's disconnected, or something's happened.
Wait, what?
Oh, for fuck's sake. What the hell's going on?
And Lexi said, okay, I'm done as well.
Oh, Epic's... What?
That's 2 out of 1.
Oh, and Danny's left the league. Chris has left the league. What? Mid-race is kind of crazy. Okay, well, this might have just given the race win to Green Ninja Warrior. Oh my god. Well, looks like the championship is really gonna be in favor of James Rigby now, with just a handful of races to go. Chris once again making another mistake, and he's left the league for some reason. Might be back, but who knows. We'll see what happens. But Green Ninja Warrior on course to win the Singapore Grand Prix once again, unless James Rigby can find something magical in him to try and get that race win off the Rusties. Technically the Brawn, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, I don't know why, but yeah, Chris's temper is just like, yeah. crazy. Alright, at 23, 24, James is running out of time. He's running out of laps. Green Warrior doing everything right. That safety car, as I said earlier, really has helped him out. Chris was on course to win the race, but, well, with that, it has cost him. That safety car has cost him, unfortunately. We're now soon about to start the final lap of the Singapore Grand Prix, and Green Warrior is your race leader. Lap 24 of 24, Green leads, and the gap is 1.6 seconds. James kind of just needs to rely on Green making a mistake here of some sort, and James is on 28 corner cuts, Green's only on 26. This race isn't over till it's over, but Green Warrior looking likely, more and more likely, that he will win this race. Last one here in Season 10. Actually, I don't know when he last won here. I know he won here Season 9. I don't think he was here for season. I actually don't remember. But he's won this race before. That's all I know. First sector, 24-5. Oh no, that's Chris. 25-0 for Green. 24-8 for James. 2/10 up. But is it enough? Green hitting the wall slightly. Maybe starting to feel some pressure. He's making some errors. He's drifting all over the place. And James is closing up. James can see the Rusties. And again, James, little oversteer out of that corner. It's costing him time. It's costing him crucial time. And there's only one sector to go. And there's barely any overtaking spots here. There's only a straight and a chicane to go. And I think Green Warrior has done just enough. Unless James can send it from 30 yards back or something. Whatever the distance is. I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, he's gone wide, matter of fact. James Rigby hasn't done enough. Green Warrior has 2 corners to go. Last time this man won was in flipping Zandvoort or something like that. He's gonna come home to win his 2nd race of the season. Green Warrior, he wins the Singapore Grand Prix. James Rigby in P2. He has to settle for P2. He extends the championship lead. So we swapped. Yeah, since we swapped cars, yeah, I won. No way, crazy. What did I say about Green being good and only the Rusties? Is that saying something? I don't know.